What do I say after that? What do I say? There's nothing to say. There's nothing to even... You can't even justify a performance like that. It was absolutely shit. Absolutely shit. Unbelievably shit. I haven't seen a Chelsea team play that badly in 5, 6, 7, 20. I wasn't alive since we played that badly. That is the most abysmal performance I have seen since probably Jose Mourinho 5 or 6 years ago. Honestly, I think that was better. I think the players actually showed more fight than that. This Leicester team, they're good. Don't get me wrong, they're a very good Leicester team. They have vulnerabilities though. It's the first time where I'm thinking something's got to happen. Something has to trigger something, and he's got to go. He's got to go, probably. I mean, look, I don't want him to go. I really don't. But after seeing this bullshit, is there any? Are we left with any other option? I have to be quiet here because it's so late. This kickoff was ridiculously late. 8:15 kickoff. Couldn't believe it. I'd rather go sleep at this point, to be honest. But here we are, talking about this shit game. Nothing to talk about. It's indefensible. Like, I don't know. Even without Edouard Mendy, some of the saves he made, without Thiago Silva at the back, some of the tackles he put in. Mason Mount was the only one trying in midfield. Kovacic maybe you could make a case for, but the three attackers up front, no cohesion. Even when Ziyech and Werner came on, Werner looked bright, but no cohesion, no chemistry between any of them, and we were shy. Like, there wasn't any point in this game where we looked threatened. Not one. Like, fair enough, 1-2 chances in the game makes you latch onto some hope, some form of hope. That, it's the hope that kills you, of course, but some form of hope to latch onto. There was nothing. Even the penalty wasn't a penalty. I can't complain about a ref. I can't give some bullshit excuse. This is completely the manager's fault. It is. Playing Mason Mount and Kovacic in the midfield. I really do. I really do question that the most. Considering those two players are not natural central defensive midfield players, why on earth is he playing them in the double pivot? I can't be arsed, really, to be honest. But if you're going to sack this manager, who are you going to get in? Realistically, I mean, there's lots of managers that are going to want to come in, but during COVID, work visas, Brexit, how does it all work? I don't know. Who's going to want to come into this football club from abroad? You could try and get Hasenhüttl maybe, but will he leave Southampton in the middle of the season? No, he won't. So, I don't know. You get anyone, I suppose. Someone would say Steve Holland. Like, it's honestly baffling. And to be honest, I don't know if this is the end. If it's not, it has to get a lot better. There has to be like some cohesion in attack. This is one of the worst performances. Like, I can't even pick positives out of it. It's so bad. I don't know what to say. I really don't. The lack of defensive cover, and that's the real thing. The real issue I draw from this is playing someone like Kovacic in a midfield with Mason Mount. Mason Mount, a number 8, could stretch to a number 10. He can't stretch to a 6, a CDM player. Kovacic, a number 8. He can move the ball forward. He's good in the transition. Defensively, no, because he goes forward too much. And we were exposed today on the counter. Jamie Vardy had heaps of chances. Maddison, Harvey Barnes, they had all the space in the world because that midfield area was their oyster. There was no one in the mid. Mason Mount, bombing forward. Kovacic, bombing forward. They're not CDMs. They're not central defensive midfielders, if I have to simplify it for you. And look, there was such a risk. I don't understand why he didn't start Billy Gilmore today. I mean, we've seen what he does when he starts. He controls the game. Like, he's a very good player. Start him. Ziyech, when he came on, looked mediocre. Werner almost scored there, offside. I can go around to each one of these players individually and say they were shit. But as a team, as a collective, we were shit. And it's as straightforward as that. Tactically outclassed. Tactically, as I said before, you can show as much passion as you want, as much fight as you want. But if there's no tactics, if you're getting tactically outclassed in the game, It's gonna end in the same way every time. And Brendan Rodgers, he sussed us out tonight, and we lost the game. I can look through the thesaurus now, and I can take all the synonyms out of that thesaurus for shit, but there is none. It's one word. Shit isn't in the thesaurus. It's shit. When it's shit, it's shit. And that's what it was tonight. I apologise for cursing, but I don't know what else I can say. Honestly, there's no sugarcoating. If he's not sacked tonight, he'll be sacked for the next game if he loses that. Because I know we have Wolves, I know we have Sheffield coming up, and some easier games coming up. But for me, this was one of the last straws, if not the last. I don't know how much more of this I can take. As a fan of this club, a club that's used to success since I was a boy, my patience wears thin at this point. I can trust the process if I can see where it's going. Even Maurizio Sarri, we looked better than that. We were shit. Like, the team is getting worse. It's not getting any better. There's no signs of progress. There's no signs of a process even happening. And it's the difficult question. Roman Abramovich, I know he's probably going to give Frank Lampard a little extra breathing room. He promised that. But that's the question he has to ask himself tonight. And that's the question he has to answer tomorrow. Does Frank Lampard deserve to be sacked? I'm going to let him answer it, to be honest, because I don't want to. Because he's a club legend. And look, we fell into this trap in the first place, hiring a club legend. We know how difficult it is to sack someone like Frank Lampard, especially considering he's arguably our best player ever. We knew what we were getting into. We knew. So, look, we shouldn't have made the mistake in the first place hiring him that early, but it is what it is. We've left ourselves in this precarious situation, and whether it ends or not, I'm not too sure. To be honest, personally, okay, this might sound stupid, but we've got 5 games coming up. We've got Wolves, we've got Newcastle, Sheffield, that's Leicester. If we lose to a team like Wolves, if we lose to a team like Sheffield, if we lose to a team like Newcastle, he has to be gone. He has to get sacked. He's now on his last chance for me. Lose to Wolves and he's gone. And that's my stance on it. That's my stance. And I hope you all respect that stance. I don't want him gone right now. I'll give him the next 5 games. If he doesn't win every single one of those games, he's gone. And it's as straightforward as that for me. But yeah, that's how I feel. Let me know how you feel in the comments. I'm dejected. I'm very sad. And look, I don't want to sack Frank Lampard. I love him to bits, but it gets to a point where you're a fan of this football club and you have to ask yourself, does Frank Lampard come ahead of Chelsea FC? As a player, he was fantastic, but if the results keep getting worse, I don't know how much more we can take. So yeah, let me know what you think in the comments. If you did enjoy the video, please give it a like, please subscribe, that would be great. And yeah, I'll see you in the next one, everyone. Peace.